Good evening, everyone, and welcome on into the Battle for Hyrule 2 Z1 Tourney. This is the second quest Swiss. It's going to be CaptainGreen7 versus johntabin, and on comms we have Tetra and Red Octorok. How you two doing?
Good evening. Doing well, thanks. I'm joined in the booth by Red Octorok. Looks like the runners are going to be getting going pretty soon, I think. While we're waiting to get set up, I do want to note that both John and Captain Green are going to be running second quest. And, looks like we might be having some technical issue. Hopefully folks can hear me all right. Anyway, they're going to be playing second quest. And here we go with the start of the game. They're going to be picking up their wood swords. And do want to note that unlike some of the other games or categories, Up+A on the second controller is allowed. Looks like both of them are going to try to work out a count. And if I remember correctly, going into first level 1, they want to have an count of about 5. So that way they have 2 bomb chances on the Gurias in level 1. I think John may have accidentally taken a hit he didn't want to there. So I'm not sure how he's going to work that out, but you do have at least Captain Green going in. They're both trying to get bombs because they need bombs in order to progress in second quest level 1. Captain Green gets a lucky bomb drop. So he's going to be progressing into that belfry stair room. Let's see if John gets any luck with bombs. Oh, he does get a lucky pack, so at least he has one pack of bombs. Double. Oh, and gets a double. Nice, yeah.
Wait, or did he just drop a bomb? Never mind. It looked like that was a... He put it right as he killed the Guria.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I made that same mistake as you did, thinking that was a drop and not him placing a bomb.
Yeah, we're just too excited for him.
Yeah, we want all of our runners to succeed and get good bomb RNG, of course. And I do have to be careful with those wall masters on John's side. Those are very strong hands that take you right back to the start of the level if they catch you. But so we have an early Triforce on Captain Green's side. They'll likely be up-Aing and maybe playing the money-making game, at least in some routes. Folks do money-making manip in order to get the money for a candle. Let's see if that's what Captain Green's doing. I'm not familiar with these runners' routes. Okay, so Captain Green did get the bomb door open. The issue is that because he bumped in that Tektite, that threw the timing off. They're trying to go into that cave on a very specific frame or close to it. Let's see if Captain Green manipulated his MMG. Yep, he got that plus 50. That's based on the timing from the power on. Looks like johntabin, instead of up-Aing, is doing a route where he's going to get the power bracelet, and then we'll go directly to level 2, I'm guessing?
I don't think John does the money myth. I've seen him race.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember him doing that.
Yeah, the route that John's doing is the one that you associate more with the second quest, where Up+A isn't allowed. But I guess for one reason or another, he's choosing to do that, even though at least the category rules do allow Up+A. So yeah, even though you're going to see John go into level 2 a little bit before Captain Green, it's not quite comparing apples and apples because he doesn't have the candle that he'll need to get some other method later on. Ooh, Captain Green getting a good crowd together for a nice bomb. The other thing is, whenever I'm doing commentary for Zelda, I keep thinking like, oh gosh, it's good I'm not in an airport, because I keep talking about getting more bombs and dropping bombs, and it's like, oh, don't say that in front of the TSA. My gosh.
Especially saying after killing this guy, clearing the
Oh
whole
yeah.
room.
No. We're talking about in a video game, not in. Oh gosh.
Ooh, these keys are being a little trouble for John. Get out of there.
Yeah, he didn't go to the next. I'm a little bit confused by what John did, because he laid the bomb to go to the room next door where the key is, but I don't think he actually did. He get that key? No, he didn't get the key.
Now he's skipped like 2 keys, I think, so far.
Yeah,
I don't think he killed the last Gibdo either.
Right, where's
might be going back. He might grab this, do it Up+A to get health back, and then go get keys.
My guess, and I don't know this for sure, is that John just forgot to go to get the key quickly, or maybe he only realized that when he walked through the center part of the shoot room. So I don't know exactly if that was an oops or not, but my guess is that was an oops, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, so the next part of level 2 in second quest is navigating down to Gleeok, which is one of the tougher enemies, especially doing it on only 3 hearts as opposed to 4. John might have realized now that his key count is wrong and might be going back to get that key in the shoot room. Oh, John's saying in chat, thanks, comms. That might have been. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah.
I'm just so used to John knowing that he knows what he's doing, so,
Yes. Yeah, no, I assume. Yes, I assume that was a mistake on his part, but and that he just forgot. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so he picked up the key. Meanwhile, on Captain's Green side, he's going to be taking on a 2-headed Gleeok with 2.5 hearts. This is kind of like the gatekeeper boss of like level 4 in first quest, or at least on a 3 first route. But Captain Green makes quick work of that Gleeok and will pick up his second Triforce.
If you like that fight, guess what? We get to see a lot of it, so.
Yeah, if you like killing bosses, lots of Gleeoks, Gomas, and Dodongos, especially rooms with 3 Dodongos at a time, you're going to love second quest.
I meant to count how many 3-room Dodongos we get, because it seems like so many.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know counting to 10 is more of the traditional Zelda 1 counting. I don't know exactly why John is probably looking for bombs. Oh, he needs bombs. Yeah, that's gonna. But he doesn't get any bombs. He knows that Gurias drop bombs. I'm guessing that's what he was doing there. Or he was farming the money so that he could do the money-making game. I don't know exactly. I'm not really familiar with these runner routes. Okay, John. Yep. Meanwhile, on Captain Green's side, he went into level 6 and is going to be just doing a ladder get, but not finishing level 6 because he doesn't have everything he needs to do that quite yet. Basically, the way you kind of have to route second quest is that you need to double dip at least 1 dungeon if you want to do it efficiently. And usually what most folks do is get the ladder out and from level 6 and then double dip level 6 the boss later. There are other ways to do it, but generally they aren't considered as efficient as with first quest. So
John's going to money making.
Yeah, okay, I see. So he's opening up the cave, did a hard reset of his machine, and is going to be trying it now. I like the sword strat. This is one that I used in my when I did second quest. Although it looks like he didn't get the timing right. Oh no. In theory, if you manipulated correctly. Okay, so you got 3 stabs.
I think you have, 3 frames to do it?
Yeah, although I think if you have the door open already... Oh no, he got it. All right.
Nice little pea-hat bump into the room for Captain Green there.
Yeah. Oh, good. He got a second one as well. The timing for the second one I always found a little bit trickier to do, but looks like John has it mastered. Yep, 6 stabs. So basically what he's doing is using the stabbing as a delay tactic. Oh, didn't get that quite right, but he'll try it again. But yeah, basically we know exactly how long it takes for Link to swing his sword. And 6 of those stabs with a direct walk from start to this cave is just about what's needed in order to line up for that 50 rupees in the middle. Okay, didn't quite get the timing right for the second one, but he'll just try it again. That's the nice thing about the money-making game. You can always just sort of retry, and if it doesn't go right. It does cost time, obviously, but... Yeah. Meanwhile, Captain Green entered in level 8. Yep.
Maybe didn't quite use of the Up+A.
Yeah, I was going to say he didn't quite get the bomb placement on the Dig Dogger okay, but he triggered a glitch where if you kill at least one of the mini Dig Doggers, leave the screen and come back, it actually, the game counts them as totally defeated. And that's what he did there to get into that stairway room.
One of the fun new additions to Second Quest, just walk through walls.
Yep. The game sort of introduced those in level 2 for the casual runner, but definitely takes advantage of them in very trolly ways, as we will see when we get to level 4. Now, you remember what the big troll is in level 4, right? Well, we'll talk about it more when we get there. Speaking of trolling... That's okay. Speaking of trolling, we have Troll Dongas on Captain Greenside. He needs to watch his health. He's down to 1 heart, so one of those bops from a orb will kill him. Oh! But gets the heart container just in time and makes it past level 8. That was cutting it a little close for my taste on life there, but makes it through, and that's what counts.
Yeah, we'll probably see a lot of low heart scenarios, because Second Quest is hard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Especially if they choose to Up+A.
Yeah, that's for sure. We don't have to wait long because John is down to 1 heart. Needs to be very careful with these traps and the keys in the... Yeah, not even going to pick up that 5 rupee. Oh, well, John's wallet is already full. So I'm guessing he's going to be going to get a blue ring soon? Meanwhile, Captain Green gets the white sword, yeah.
He'll probably just stick with white sword and not get master sword, right?
That's how at least the real world record run does it. Whereas I'm guessing if John is getting a safety for... Oh, those bubbles are really harassing Captain Green, but needs the key there. I'm guessing John is going to do a route where he gets the blue ring as well as maybe the magical sword as well.
I know he gets magical sword. I don't think he gets blue ring.
Okay.
But I don't remember for sure. He definitely.
Yeah, I don't think there's a reason why he would fill up his wallet if he wasn't going for blue ring, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, we'll see what he does later on. Meanwhile, Captain Green is in one of the hardest combat rooms in the front half of level 4. He's dealing with those dark nuts, and then those red bubbles take away his ability to use his sword. And that's a real trolly part of second quest. I think I did see him pick up a potion earlier, which does remove the curse of not being able to use your sword.
Yep, touching the Triforce too, if you're still cursed right at the end.
Yeah. And I think the other thing is getting a fairy fountain or saving and resetting the game will also do it. But yeah, that's one of the real tricky things for second quest, the curse of the red bubbles. Oh, there's Troll Dongos on John's side.
Ooh. Not too bad.
Second quest level 3 is a lot like second quest or first quest level 2 in that it's blue and you get a nice refill on your bombs and resources. Captain Green is finding another second quest feature. One of those muggers requesting money or life. So Captain Green opted to give him the heart container, but you can also pay them 50 rupees to get by as well. Sorry to cut you off there.
Oh, no, you're good. Just the reverse C room with all the wall masters. I feel like they were going to put bubbles in there. It's such an empty room compared to the rest of the dungeon.
Yep, indeed. Yeah, you need something to keep the players on their toes. Okay, Captain Green getting a great dig dogger kill. Oh, and he's going to just go ahead and get that Triforce in level 4. Psych! Nope. This is the troll that I was talking about in level 4 before, where the raft that you need to complete the rest of the seed is going to be past the Triforce through multiple rooms here, hidden behind a wall. So.
Looks like John's getting the last of his money, and then he'll go buy his blue ring. Maybe not right away.
Oh dear, Captain Green getting cornered.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Captain Green is dealing with some pretty heavy combat, but he got cornered in that little random room, but makes it through just fine. Meanwhile, John is it looks like according to his splits, going to be getting the white sword and then going into level 4 shortly before level 8, looks like. All right, so I think just to review, John has completed levels 1, 2, and 3, whereas Captain Green has done 1, 2, 4, and 8. He'll be going to level 5 next, I think. So I think Captain Green's route is going to be faster, but without as many safeties as John is going to have, and later in the seed, or not the seed, later in the run, Captain Green not having as many safeties could come back to bite him, but we'll have to see.
And John's got a nice cushion. He's basically got double the health right now that Captain Green has.
Yeah, I should explain. That's what the white sword does. It halves the damage you take, so effectively that means you have double the hearts at the same rate. So John's also using that Dig Dogger glitch to clear out the room after killing 2 of the mini Dig Doggers. Captain Green, on the other hand, is facing all these blue Wizrobes all at once, gets a nice force, and very little damage in the blue Wizard room. And now he's going to do one of those fancy double clip up, then clip down, which folks who know more about the physics of Zelda 1 block clipping can explain how that works better than I can, but Captain Green makes a really complicated trick look easy. And trust me, it's not.
I don't know the intricates myself, so it's just Zelda shenanigans.
Yeah, Zelda shenanigans. That's a good way of putting it. John making good use of a bomb in order to be able to get that last hit on the blue Dark Nut, and we'll be stabbing through and dodging these ones. Yeah, as I was telling Red Octorok before, a lot of second quest involves dodging and avoiding combat, and it's not quite as much actually killing enemies as first quest, but there definitely are plenty of rooms where you need to take down the enemies in order to progress.
Yeah, a lot of key combat rooms too, like to literally get a key, not like key combat as in it's crucial for the.
Yeah, that's another good point about the differences between first and second quest. The key situation in second quest is a lot tighter, and the places where you can get a key without, as we see Captain Green getting one. Oh, he's down to 1 heart. Be careful, Captain. Uh-oh. And that Manhandla is not happy.
Angry.
Yeah, he's going to use his potion there. I agree with that decision, because anything that's going to send him back to the beginning of the level is not something he wants to deal with right now. But still dealing with the Troll Handla. Oh, down to the last petal or whatever it is. Ooh, not a great situation. But is able to do it without taking damage and gets the bomb drop. Wow, impressive. Good recovery there. Meanwhile, back in level 4, John is just going to be starting his brush past the Triforce, goes through that. Okay, John goes past into that walkthrough wall in order to begin the next little series of rooms in order to pick up his raft.
Okay, is this the troll you were talking about in level 4?
Yeah, exactly. Where you have to know that there's a walkthrough wall in the Triforce room, because only if you go past that can you collect the raft. Yep. And speaking of the raft, on Captain Green's side, he's going to be doing a recorder wrong warp, known as the Recorder, in order to get back to level 6. Basically, what he did was set up... Oh, John in... Oh, no! John takes a death in the last room right before the raft. Oh, that's a really costly one, unfortunately. Darn. Yikes. Anyway, I was talking about the Recorder. It's a wrong warp that he uses to speed through on the overworld. But we're now back in level 6, and I think Captain Green took a detour to get a key, but is now going to be moving along in the level. Oh, it takes a Wizrobe hit. Yikes. Yeah, this is second quest. Some of the rooms just are not pleasant or friendly. Even the ones that you don't have to kill enemies in can be a pain in the neck to get to. I kind of like thinking of it being a New Yorker, like trying to dodge tourists, trying to get somewhere in Times Square, and it's like, no, I just want to get through. Can you let me through? No, don't hit me with that beam. Well, there aren't Wizrobes in New York City, but you know what I mean.
Oh, they are.
They are relentless, yeah.
Ooh,
all right, so Captain Green made it through, but yes, 1 heart, like Oh, sorry, there's a little bit of lag, and I feel bad about talking over you, but yeah, he's making it through, albeit on 1 heart here. Now, there is a way Captain Green could have done that a little bit more. Takes a potion, was down to half a heart. That's a smart move. There is a way that he could have done a ladder clip over that sort of red water in the tea room there instead of bombing. But given the low health situation, I think Captain Green was smart in doing that the intended route as opposed to the speedrun trick route. Okay, hopefully John will have better luck over here with his last room in level 4 before the raft. Okay, careful, John. Oh, John gets a clock. That is so clutch for him. That's will let him kill all the enemies here, finish up the room. Meanwhile, on Captain Green's side, he's dealing with a Goma. Needs 3 wood arrow hits. Makes quick work of it, and we'll be done with level 6. John picking up his raft right now. Soulblade saying, well, I mean, there might be wizards in New York City. Yeah, true.
They're in the dungeons. There's no wizards in the overworld, so.
Yeah, they're probably lurking in the subway somewhere. But anyway, Captain Green is going to be going over to level 3, which John has already done. And let's see, might be going to pick up another potion, if I'm guessing. Yeah, there's a spot that Captain Green is going to where there's another take any. So I'm guessing what he's going to do is take a potion from here to replenish the 2 potions or 2 sips of potion he's already drank. Yeah, that makes sense. So a little bit of a detour there, but probably a smart route safety given how much second quest can just throw things at you.
Oh yeah, especially if you have a little bit of a lead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right, because let's see, John is going to need to do 8 and then 5 and 6, whereas Captain Green has already done 5 and 6, but just needs to do 3. So yeah, Captain Green has a pretty significant lead, I would say, at this point. But again, John does have the advantage in terms of safeties, and will probably be taking a detour to get the magical sword as well.
He did pay a heart earlier, I thought, so maybe he could still do it, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure John knows what he's doing with his heart math and has it all planned out. Johntabin plays a ton of different categories and knows more about the intricacies of some of the routing than I think maybe not everyone in the community, but many other community members. So I definitely trust his judgment and that he knows what he's doing there. And if he doesn't know what he's doing, you can probably figure out some sort of alternate route out on the fly. Ooh,
I can see
and can
money
get
being
2 dodongos in one shot. That's cool.
I was just saying, since he's doing blue ring, I could see money being a little bit more tighter than just like routing in another heart pickup.
Yeah, that is true. Although I don't know what else he needs to buy. They don't need bait because this isn't 100% in second quest, and he doesn't need the boomerang in 3, but... Alright, so Captain Green's going to be going into level 7. So he's just down to 7 and 9, I believe, on his side. This is kind of like the level 8 in first quest, where there's a lot of both Dark Knight combat as well as bubbles now because it's second quest. Oh, has to get a blue bubble. Yeah, just a lot of stuff to worry about and dodge. Nice ladder clip there to be able to get through this zigzag room. Meanwhile, let's see how John handles the screen with the 5 blue wizrobes. That's his in the spiral room. This is one of the trickier rooms. Oh, yeah.
Switching to arrows to get that last full arm.
All right. Let's see that double clip, John. Very nice. Captain Green has a combat room. Ooh, get some good bomb placements on those blue dark nuts. And has the white sword to... Oh, lucky fairy drop as well. Nice room, Captain. Meanwhile, John does not up A at the bow, so I'm guessing he might be taking care of the Goma in order to get a key in this room. Yes. Okay, so we got side-by-side blue Goma fights here. John gets a one cycle on... Yeah, absolutely. John gets a one cycle on his. Captain Green just barely misses it, but is able to make quick work of it anyway.
The code probably couldn't handle 2 bosses in a room. Otherwise, that would be like some crazy nonsense you could get up to with like a Gleeok coming at you with a manhandle running around the room.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty wild. Meanwhile, Captain Green looks like we have a little elder abuse on his side. He's stabbing the old man. Each time he does that, it increases his count by 1. Unfortunately, he gets hit by blue dark nuts so quickly that's going to nullify his count and going to make him kind of force him to take a potion sip there. Ooh, yikes. Good recovery. Is going to be probably sorting these down because he's down to a single bomb, which I think he might need for one wall later in the level. Oh, but gets his beams back, and that's going to help with the last one. Meanwhile, John looks like he's finishing up level 5. Does not get a lucky bomb drop from the Vyres there.
Yeah, those Vyres are always so greedy in that room.
Yeah. But yeah, the Gleeoks definitely go down easier when you have both the white sword and a blue ring. I can't tell you when I did 3 first runs in first quest how many runs I lost to that darn Gleeok with the wood sword and oy. Just so easy for that fight to go downhill so quickly.
Yeah, level 4 is like a real entry point when you're like learning 3 first, because if you miss your bomb counts, that's it. There's no static bombs in level 4, and then you got to fight Gleeok right after all of that. So
yeah, and you don't really get any drops in level 4 unless you whatchamacallit, kill something with a bomb. So bomb management is really tight, and yeah. But meanwhile, you have Captain Green finishing up second quest level 7, and he's going to be doing another sort of recorder shenanigans in order to warp close to level 9, which is in the upper left corner of the overworld in second quest. Meanwhile, we have johntabin doing his wizrobe dance through level 6. I don't think you actually have to kill many or even any wizrobe rooms in level 6. You just sort of need to dodge them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well.
Oh,
But
doing
still,
the
that's
advanced
easier
shot
said than
here.
done.
Oh, look at him doing the ladder clip. Oh, makes it look easy. Had to, oh, but he's down to his last bomb. I don't know I don't remember what the bomb situation is in level 6, but I don't think he needs another to finish the level. I could be wrong.
I think if you did, John would have just left already.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. There's just the Goma that you need to hit with the arrow. So that's right, because it doesn't matter if you get hit by the bubble. You just arrow the Goma anyway. Yep. Meanwhile, Captain Green is in level 9 and is going to be getting his nice one cycle Goma kill for John. He's really doing a lot of these great one cycle Goma kills. Captain Green is going to be doing his silver arrow room here. Needs to re-equip his bombs because he ran out temporarily. And yeah, since he doesn't have the magical sword, each of those blue Wizrobes is going to take 5 sword hits or 3 bombs. But again, makes quick work of level 9 here, or getting the silvers. And I think... No, what I think he's doing is keeping track of his count, because there's some sort of count magic that if he doesn't get hit by anything here, he can get a particular drop from the landmos. I forget exactly what it is, but there's some setup for this.
Don't they have like 10 segments exactly, or am I thinking of the other little worms?
Or the mold worms? Yeah, I forget what it is. Well, let's see what Captain does. He'll probably figure it out for us. Or maybe it said if you get your count something, then it becomes a fairy because it gets up to 16. But it looks like he didn't get any drops from the landmos, just the static bomb drop in the middle. So, all good. And I think what we're seeing on John's side is he's going to be getting one more heart container to the left, and then the magical sword is to the right. And at that point, he'll be going into level 7. Yeah. So I think at this point, it's Captain Green's race to lose, since he does have a pretty commanding lead, but with level 9, you never know what's going to happen, so... Oh, like that Wizrobe beam. Ouch.
Yeah, but he's a potion in his pocket, and he's played really good. I would have to say Captain Green has this round, but it is a best 2 of 3, so.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, and there's the go to the next room guy. Only instead of bombing like in first quest, you have to go through a walkthrough wall. Very second quest of him.
Yeah, I imagine still first time through, a lot of people throw a bomb there. And one more Patra, but this isn't the mean one yet.
No, this is the elliptical one as opposed to the circular or expando Patra, as some folks in the community call it. And then that one has fireballs as well, so that gets to be quite dangerous. But yeah, like you said, with a potion, it'll probably be okay. Although I don't want to do the commentator's curse thing, because I know that can be kind of...
Alright, here's the scary Patra.
Yes, scary Patra. Oh, here we go. Takes the orb bop, but doesn't cause Patra to go into that crazy mode, or whatever you call it.
The permo angry?
Yeah, angry Patra is no fun to deal with. And here's Ganon.
Woo!
Captain Green not chancing anything by drinking the potion. Smart move.
8 hits, right?
Yes, 8 hits with the white sword. Not getting good stun lock luck. Oh, there we go. Gets the stun lock in the lower left-hand corner and is going to do a silver arrow shot and get your GGs out for Captain Green.
GG.
Yay. Captain Green finishes with an official race time of 38 minutes and 55 seconds.
Which is not bad for a no reset race.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll see whether John continues to, or chooses to continue to play this one out, or not, but looks like he is continuing on, at least for now.
Now he's
So
just
John
got
opts
a
to-
little bit of.
oh.
Oh, I was just saying, this is his other last dungeon before 9, right?
I believe so, yeah. Usually you always do level 7 right before 9 in second quest. I was just going to comment that he's paying the mugger the heart as opposed to swords because he's already gotten his magical sword and doesn't need to have 12 hearts for it anymore.
Need that fairy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think John intentionally used up his bombs because he knew we would be able to get a pack from killing those blue dark nuts. And here's Gliok. Yeah, pretty straightforward when you have the magical sword.
And the blue ring. You just can stand in front of him and take all the hits you want.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They deal what 3/16 of damage with that thing on. It's like 3/8 normal. So
Something like that. I forget, but yeah. All right, so we have a nice little concert that John's playing to set up the recorder. Gets the clip and is going to be doing the wrong warp. There we go. I love that recorder trick, which is... I don't know if he actually meant to do that. I don't think he did. He looks like he got bodied into that block, which is where the letter is in second quest.
all right, in level 9.
So John's going to be going through. This is a shoot room, even though you can't see it in the dark. And then I believe I think you have to bomb up from here. Is it a bomb? Yeah, it is a bomb, not a push through wall. And this gets him to the Silver Hours room. What I want to stress for folks watching at home is that even though all these runners know exactly where they're going and the exact path to take, doing this blind is quite an adventure, and not knowing where you're going. Second quest level 9 in particular can be really trolly with a lot of turnstile rooms that you can only go through one way and all sorts of other fun tricks and traps and stuff. So,
And don't they have a
obviously
couple
in a
bully
speedrun-
rooms?
A couple what rooms?
The take or leave a heart or leave 100 and they don't go anywhere in level 9, right?
Yeah, exactly. Those you still have to go through because they're kind of bottlenecks, but
Ooh, this could be tough.
Yeah. I think John might have been trying to, since he up-A'd, try to do the count to set up a fairy, but I'm not sure. Unfortunately, got hit by that, not Moldorm, the Landmola. But since he does have a potion in his pocket, and John, if you're listening, please take your potion. You don't want to die with a potion in your hand. Wink, wink, John. I know you're listening.
He still has half of a heart to use up, so why would he take it now? That's just waste.
Because Wizrobes do a heart of damage.
I was just being
Come on,
silly.
John. Don't die with a potion in your hand. Come on.
Oh no!
Now you're,
Okay,
now
now
you're just taunting me, making me nervous. Take the potion, drink it down. There you go. Good job, John. All right, I didn't mean
John, I
that to
believed
be
you.
condescending, but
He just did it for you. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, yes, thank you, John. Well, he knows we just care about him and want him to finish up the race. It's with love.
If he dies now, I get to see level 9 again, and I might actually get to memorize it. I've seen this so many times, and I still don't know how to go through second quest level 9. It's just room after they go too fast to really keep up with it.
Yeah, I find when learning speedruns that you really learn a lot more by doing, because that way you can't just look and be mesmerized and say, oh yeah, I could do that myself, and then realize you can't because you didn't take it in. Definitely learning by doing is the much better way to pick up the route.
And there are a few dark rooms in here. So you know, they know what they're doing, but there are like blocks in the way, and you have to do combat, and it's just like chaos.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, the lag in this room though. All right, but with the magical sword, Patra goes down much, much quicker than with the white sword. You see just John slicing through those little Patra bees like hot knife through butter. And here's Ganon.
All right, but he's only gonna take 4 hits with his sword, so
Correct.
half the.
I like doing the safe strat and just staying out in the lower left corner. Or going back and... There we go.
GG.
GG John. Yeah, John had a rough race with those deaths before, but was able to get it through and finishes with a time of 46 minutes and 29 seconds.
All right, but stay tuned. There is going to be their second round and even potentially a third one.
Yep, you never know.